Bienvenidos amigos de YouTube a un nuevo video, una nueva entrevista. Volvemos a viajar al mundo de los ochentas para recordar buena música, buenos artistas, esos grandes periodos en donde seguramente ustedes bailaron un montón. Hoy vamos a estar hablando con un grupo que la supo romper a principios de los ochentas con un clásico de esos que vos bailabas en las discotecas en Buenos Aires, en cualquier parte de Sudamérica o incluso del mundo, porque no, obvio. Vamos a darle la bienvenida a Valerie y a John del grupo New Shoes. So welcome Valerie, welcome John to my YouTube channel.
Thank you so much for having us.
I was saying good things, I was saying that they're going to be a good memories, just in this interview. I was watching, like how I say, the video clips, from New Shoes, a lot of good memories from the people who dance your music, your song, in those times in the 80s. Not only in United States, in Argentina, in South America, in Europe, in Brazil, especially in Brazil, there are a lot of good memories. Oh, I remember when I was at 19, and then the discotheque just going on at the
Yeah.
night. What do you feel when the people, when the people say these things, because it's your music.
It's actually really great that we have a song that makes people want to dance because I love to dance. And I know there's some fantastic dancers in all of those countries that you just
Yeah,
mentioned,
yeah.
And so the fact that we have this music that's joyous and that makes people happy all these years later is unreal. It's fantastic.
Wow, so cool, so cool. And in the 80s, you have that smash hit. It was very popular in Argentina and South America. I Can Wait. I know the history of this song. That there is two versions. Where one version that was working in Holland, in Netherlands. I want to know about the beginnings and the story. I want to know all the curiosities of this great evergreen.
Oh, this it's
Well,
got such a history starting
I'm a
starting
history
way
teacher, so I want
back.
to know about history.
You want to know the whole thing, huh? Okay,
Yeah.
John, you want to start?
okay. So we had Valerie and I both started out in Latin bands, or Valerie played with an African master drummer as a percussionist in his band, and I played piano in a salsa calypso band. This is in the late 70s.
Mhm.
And then I wanted to do soul music because I'm not Cuban or Puerto Rican. And I like that kind of music, but I wanted to do a soul thing with horns because the Latin band had horns. And once you have those, like you just have to have, I had to have a band with horns. So we started we hired four horn players and we started up New Shoes, and it limped along at first, but then anyway, so having a band, you have to have a lot of material. You can never keep 4 hours worth of material fresh. So I started writing songs in batches of 10.
Mhm.
And I Can't Wait was one of the first ones, actually. And it was a tune that, we played it too fast. And, people danced to it, but nobody really cared about it. And then we went into the studio and slowed it down to its present 104 beats per minute. And that's when it really started to, well, no. Then we fooled with it for another 6 months, actually,
Oh,
trying different things, trying a real bass player, trying a synthesizer bass. And it finally started to come together when we played a percussion part on two wine bottles
mm.
and
We
two
had to drink the
tambourine,
wine first.
yeah, and two
I
tambourine
think that
parts,
helped.
Yeah,
pan left and right. And then it really started to go like a drum machine, but live percussion
yeah.
in it. And so that was the American version. And that's what got on the radio in the Northwest where we live. And then we tried to get on a record label and got turned down by everyone. And that's when we licensed it to the Dutch people, Injection Records,
Mhm.
and they had this guy Peter Slaughterhouse mix it, and it turns out that he didn't really like the song, so he didn't fool with it too much. You know, he liked ABBA, and I think that New Shoes is like maybe the exact opposite of ABBA.
Yeah.
And so he put that sound on the front that we all know and love. We call it the barking seal.
So
And
you know the one. Can you
Yeah.
you
sing
know,
it, Lautaro?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
yeah, he
that's
put
it. You got it.
he
Yeah.
put that on, and he did some tape cutting. I can't wait. That was all cutting tape with a razor blade, because we
Okay.
didn't have Pro Tools or any digital workstation at that time.
Yeah.
So then that came into New York as an import,
Mm-hmm.
12-inch, and
Yeah.
it just went crazy.
In the
And
dance clubs, especially.
yeah, it was selling 10,000 copies a week in New York. And so the
Wow.
rest the rest is mystery. You
Yeah, it's
know,
mystery. No history, it's
yeah,
mystery.
yeah, right. The rest is mystery. Because here we are talking about it 40 years later,
Yeah.
38 years later.
It's amazing.
You know, if we think about it, you know, we are talking about 4 or 5 minutes of a song, you know, but that 4 or 5 minutes change the life of people, change your personal life too, you know, because you are the
Absolutely.
artist, you are the brain of this song, but it's incredible that, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I the first time I listened to the song was in a video game, you know, because I didn't live the 80s, you know, but it was on a PlayStation GTA, you know.
Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, there was
Yeah.
a song on the radio too, and I was when I was driving on the in the city in the game, you know, you know, and that
Yeah.
was the first time.
Hitting like a hammer, she's a juvenile scam. Never was a quiller, tasted like a raindrop. She's got the look.
So
Well, that's
incredible.
not that long ago. That wasn't that long ago.
Well, I feel that it was maybe 12 years ago.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was a
yeah.
while ago.
Was
It's
it?
gone by. Yeah, it's gone
Yeah,
by
yeah.
kind of quickly for you, John.
I'm an
What
old man
happened?
too.
That's yeah.
I'm 29, and I know a
That's what
time
Yeah,
happened.
to.
oh, you're just a year older than our, oops, sorry. You're just a year older than our son.
Well, but you know, how I say this song, you know, like another artist, you know, they have an evergreen, change your life, you know. But in those times when you saw that, okay, we are on the charts, the people are dancing on discotheques. What was the first time that? No, sorry, the first time. What was the first thing that you had in your brain, you know, when you see that your song was going up?
Go
Well,
ahead, Val.
we had spent 7 years in the band first before we got a record deal, and you know, people would walk up to us, you know, maybe in a social situation of some kind and say, "What do you do?" "Oh, I'm in a band."
Mm.
"What band?" "New Shoes." They'd be like, "Oh, that's nice," and they'd move on. You know, like, and then after we got the record deal, people would say, "What do you do?" "Oh, I'm in a band." "What band?" "New Shoes." And they'd be like, "Wait, you mean that song? That song that goes, and they sing that part, or they sing the bass line, you know, anyway, and so it was it was great because people actually knew our work, and we'd
Yeah.
been working for, you know, a lot of people didn't thought we were new because we had, not just because of the name, but because of you know, we just got on the radio, but really we'd been working hard for 7 years. So it felt great to have our music on the radio and to have people recognize us, not us, but recognize our work. Actually, it was a drag that people recognized us because, you know, you go to the store in the morning for some eggs and people are like, "Hey, aren't you the lead singer in New Shoes?" "Yeah, I'm here with that makeup." And I'm like, just trying to get breakfast. Oh, I wanted to tell you that second video that you did, I didn't really like it that much. That really happened to me at the store one time. But
Oh, I'm
anyway,
sure. Yeah.
most people were very encouraging and also, I don't know, just really supportive. So that was a one-off. Usually people don't say things like that.
Yeah, I can imagine. Just talking about this song, I want to know about the video clip because I love that dog with the sunglasses, you know.
Isn't he
And I feel
great?
like you
He's a
are good
star.
actors too, because it's not easy just to be in front of the camera, you know, just do a lip sync for the video clip, just with emotion, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, we love that video. It's still our favorite one, actually, I think.
I want to know who had the idea of put that dog with the sunglasses there.
The idea came from Jim Blashfield, who had done a lot of videos for some really creative videos for people like Joni Mitchell, Talking Heads, Michael Jackson,
Peter
Peter
Gabriel.
Gabriel. He
Oh.
just he was really working a lot during that time, and he happened to live where we did in Portland, Oregon. And
Mm.
so the record company and our management got together and said, "Hey, wouldn't it be great if Jim did the first video?" And so we found out, I don't know, we became friends, but we didn't find out till about 20 years later that he actually improvised the whole thing. And
Oh.
so when he was on the way to the recording studio that day where we were going to videotape, he saw his neighbor's dog in the yard. And actually, no, he saw the doghouse in the neighbor's yard and said, "We got to take that to the video shoot." And then he saw the neighbor's dog and he went, "We'll take the dog too." So everything that you see in that video was just in the moment. We
Wow.
Thrown
just
together.
improvised the whole thing. It was really fun.
Wow, 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 so cool. If you could go back in time, would you change something of your career? You know, something like, okay, maybe in this other direction.
I learned a lot about songwriting after we had a record deal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just started to know more from working, because after we got dropped from the label, Valerie taught voice lessons and I got into advertising music, like especially the half-hour infomercial.
Yeah.
So I got to work for 20 years as a composer, and I learned a lot about music in that time, you know, and about songwriting. I don't think I was particularly a good songwriter
Mm-hmm.
when we were doing the band, but I just it was kind of like quantity over quality. Like if it was good enough to fill the dance floor, okay, that one's done, you know.
Okay.
And so later on, I learned more of what a song should be. So that's what I would go back and change. And in fact, I'm still rewriting lyrics from our first album in my head. Oh, why did you say that? You could have, this is a better line,
Mm.
you know.
Mhm.
So so I still so kind of worry those things.
Yeah, yeah.
What about you?
I want to know your
I
answer.
Yeah, I think for me, I wish that had known how to hold the whole experience a little more lightly and have more fun because I was I you can't help it when you care about something a lot to not take it too seriously,
Mm-hmm.
and we knew that the trajectory that an artist's career can, especially in when you're on the radio and you've got a hit song, goes like this and then like this
Yeah.
many times, and so we were kind of preparing ourselves for the drop.
Mm-hmm.
And when we were actually had the song on the radio, we had moments where we had fun, but a lot of it was just holding on for dear life
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and trying to maintain our career, which is really hard to do. So I guess I would go back and just say, try to have more fun. Know that the more fun you have, actually, the better for your career it is. Because if you don't take things quite so seriously, then you don't hold things so tightly. And that's not a creative space,
Yeah.
Being all anxious is not conducive to creativity, at least for me. So, so yeah, that's one of the things that I would change.
I found nice messages, for example, I have one from Steve Warner. He say, I was outside in the Persian Gulf in 1987, serving on the USS Constellation. I had this song on constantly while doing repairs in my shop, the night shift, awesome, these memories, and I love it so much. There is another one. They say, this was the record of my wedding.
Oh
My late
yeah.
wife and I danced to this, so cool. I love it so much. Thank you so much, Valerie. We sung this song in combat non-stop, especially at the part "No Turning Back." It's much too late to go back now. Will be a big mistake, Incredible. I love it so much. So just reading this, I want if you want to send a message to all the fans, to all these people who dance your music, who have great memories. I think that is a good opportunity,
Oh, that just makes me, sorry, I did it again. That makes me teary almost because, I just love it that our song has been out there and making people's lives more joyful and helping them through sometimes, helping them celebrate and then also maybe helping them through sometimes at work or whatever, where, they just need a little extra energy to get through the day. I appreciate you all, is what I want to say. And thank you for supporting us all these years. It's really been an incredible ride, and we wouldn't have had it without you.
Yeah. Thanks for keeping the music alive.
So nice, so nice. Thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it. It was so nice just talk with both, thanks a lot. I will say in Spanish, muchas gracias, muchas gracias. So,
Yeah, igualmente.
igualmente, yeah. So cool. So thank you very much. I hope you had a nice year this 2024. So I wish you all the best. Okay.
Thank you so
All right.
much.
Hey,
Thanks
so
for
nice to
having
meet
us.
you.
Yes, and you as well. Take care, and I hope that you are well and
Thanks.
that your year continues to unfold in a really positive way.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. And have a nice day there. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Take care, man.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Lautaro, and good luck with your mom. I hope
Thanks.
that-
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.